I thought Ty had 30. Well, when I went to see him, he was really lucid. He was struggling to speak, but he knew what I was saying. And so, I knew, it wasn't going to be a month, but I never thought it would, and I got a call from his family last night, and they told me, Mike told me that it's near. And then when I woke up this morning, I got another call that, he had passed. And right then I was like, geez, I should have prepared. But do you prepare the 131 before something happens? I don't like that karma. So I waited, and it was after the shoot around that we had this morning. But I was going to do it knowing they probably score a basket. But so what? On senior night, we put in every senior, don't care how long they can play. That's what we do. And this was a celebration for Coach Hall, the rolled-up program, which I will bring out to every game this year to finish it out. And I love the video. The greatest thing in all this, he knew what people thought and how much he was appreciated and beloved before he passed. He knew. And our fans have been so great to him. And, all I can tell you is, he's a mentor and a friend to me over my 13 years. He had a radio show. And his radio show, he's a former coach. So he's evaluating stuff as a coach. How about this one? He was in my practices 4 days a week. So he knew what we were doing on a radio show, a coach with another coach. And his support and what he did to explain what we were doing, there's no question it helped. No question. And, I know going to breakfast with him at Wheeler's and lunch with him at the Methodist Church and making him pay, and him never, every time, I had to pay you. What? So, I'm just going to miss him. And I'll say this, to the very end, he smiled. He smiled. 93 good years. That's all I can say.
John, Hamlin, come to you.
Yeah, it's been a long time, almost 2 years, since you guys got to experience an environment like this in a big game in Rupp Arena. Just how did that feel, especially with the way you guys played? Did you tell they fed off that a little bit?
Well, I come back to last year was a throwaway year. You can be mad. What are you talking about? I mean, you think about what it was. I feel so bad for the kids that they could not experience what Kentucky basketball is about. We still coached them and finished 8-8 in the league. We weren't, what we wanted to be, but we never got any advantage here. None. It was playing like we were playing pickup. I watched some West Coast games, and they brought back some bad memories when I saw no one in the stands. And so this is who we are. This is how we coach. This is us. Last year was a throwaway. And again, some people jumped on it. I'm fine with that. I mean, but this is what it's about. And I want these kids to experience this. That's why you come here. Our fans are the biggest part. Now, some people try to steer the fans, but at the end of the day, they're Kentucky basketball fans. You're not going to turn them off.
Ken Spencer, we'll come to you next.
John, were you aware of JV's feelings for Tennessee, and what do you think he would think about this performance today?
Well, just so you know, Eric Lindsey's feelings for Tennessee, I don't know if they're worse than Coach Hall's, but he was saying you have to win this. Like for me, that's and I'm like, why? Like, and again, it's hard for me because Rick Barnes and I are so close. But it was a game we wanted to win, and it's a ranked opponent. You know, now it's okay as you form your opinion. Is it your opinion or your hope about what we are or what we're not? And so, you know, this team, and I told them, we got a ways to go, but this was a step. And look, I thought Tennessee played well offensively. They did some good stuff. Scored a lot of points. Some of them at the end, but don't even take that. They still scored more than they had against other teams in our league. But we were so good offensively, passing it, extra plays. They stretched out their defense, and we're a driving, shoot floater kind of team. That's what we are. And it kind of worked in our favor.
Jerry Tipton, go ahead.
Don, I was going to ask you about that because of the last points you made, because Tennessee's defense was really highly rated. And you guys both hands really got off to a good start shooting. Is there a momentum thing with that? Or what do you think's going on? You know, like Ty Ty's made his first shot in several straight games.
I don't know. We're trying to, like, when we're playing, I literally did not look at the score until I walked off the court at halftime. I knew we were playing well. I didn't need to look up. Called the last time out just based on time. And, you know, and then when we got it to whatever it was, 20 in the second half, I looked up. I'm more concerned with how we play. I'm trying not to make this game to game. If you do that, you torture yourself and your team. Are we getting better? Our history is that our teams play better at the end of the year. That's the history. And so is this team getting better? Are individual players getting better? That's my focus. Winning will take care of itself. We got 3 road games. It'll be hard to win any of them. So what if we really play well and you get beat? You got to move on. So proud of the guys, though.
WBIR in Knoxville, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you know, Tennessee had come down here the past 2 times and beaten you on your home floor, and 3 out of the last 4 times. To be your rival across the border in this type of fashion today, what does it mean to you and the team?
Have they beat us 3 of the last 4 in Rupp?
Yes.
Well, what have we done up there? I keep hearing this. Have we done okay up there? What's our record up there? Someone tell me. I don't know. I don't keep track. What's our record in their building?
You won last year.
Yeah, great. So what is it, 1-10? I mean, I don't know. But they play well here. I'm glad we won the game. Like I said, Rick and I was calling him for advice a month ago, getting a scout from him. He and I talked throughout the year, and I mean, you know, he's a great coach. He's got those kids playing. We were really good. I think he thought they weren't as good as they should have been playing. I don't know that. He's the coach of his team. But I told him we don't play much better than we just played. Come on, Deb. We won the last 2 in Knoxville. You don't even know that? How are you going to take over for Eric and you don't even know that?
That's fair. Tim Sullivan, go ahead.
John, back to the 1-3-1. How much do you think you've used that in 13 years, and why do you identify that so strongly with Coach Sullivan?
I've never used it. Well, Seth Greenberg tried to talk me into using it, and we would spend hours on the phone, and then I wouldn't use it. So I've never used it as far as I can remember. But Coach Hall put that defense in, and it became one of his staples to change up the game. He used it when he coached in FIBA basketball. He put it in with different teams, and I swear to you, he hadn't been in our gym in the last maybe 2 years. But there's not a time that he didn't come in saying, I'm telling you, I can put it in one day. He said, I coached my granddaughter's 6th grade team and put it in, and we went on a win streak. He told me that. And I laughed. But that's why I did it. And that's why I just didn't want to give everybody we're going to do it, and all of a sudden they come in and throw 2 dunks and all of a, so I just, let's go. And I told the kids, if they throw it to the corner or middle, go man to man.
Kyle Tucker, we'll circle back to you.
How do you feel vindicated from the basketball bennies of us who have advocated you need to take more threes and be more up into the 3-point game when you score 107 on a night when you only take 18 threes total?
I'm not going to argue with people. They have their own opinions. I'll let them be wrong. But here's what I'd say to everybody listening. I have this team every day. I'm in the gym every day. You've never been in the gym. I don't know how you could tell me exactly how you think a team can play or a player. You got to see them every day. Now, people have opinions, and it's fantasy basketball. It's the day and age, and I'm fine. But I'm not saying I've had a little bit of success doing this a certain way. I mean, I'm not saying it's the most successful, but it's been pretty successful, not only here but at other places. And I don't like living and dying with the 3. I just don't. I like to be, if we make a bunch of them, we win big. If we don't, we win by 8. So that you can keep going and keep building.
What has unlocked this team offensively to you?
Well, they spread the defense, and we shot layups. That's why the percentage was what it was.
John Hale, we'll come back to you.
Now, how much did tonight or today reinforce how important Xavier is to you guys? I know there was a lot of playing without it in the last.
Well, let me say this. Davion played good again. Now you got 4 guards, and you're trying to split up time, and I'm also trying to get Bryce in there. Now I got people saying, let's play 4 5'7" guards. We can do that. We're playing Winchester High School next week. I'm telling you, we can play with small. I mean, we got 4 guards, and I got to figure out how to keep them getting better, bought into what we're doing. I thought Davion was great today. Great. I thought Xavier tried to do a little too much at times, but he's 8 for 10 from the shooting the ball. He shoots and makes shots, and you got to play him. We're a little different team.
Any other questions for Coach?